Most of you aren't subscribed. Make sure to subscribe as it helps out the channel. Without further ado, with a television narrating the devil Aki and Denji's fight against the Katana Man, we see Aki awake in a hospital bed. Turning right, he sees Power and Denji nonchalantly snacking and reading a comic. As Denji reaches to pick up a delectable apple, Power scoffs at him for taking her food. Claiming that Power got scared and fled the scene, Power makes up that she was hungry, leading for Denji and Power to get into a fight. Cutting in, Aki asks the two if any members from their unit survived. Both stiffening up, Denji informs Aki that only Kobani and the now retired glasses guy are the only ones that have survived. With Aki's head drooped, Denji and Power leave Aki alone, as Makima wants to have a word with the two. Before leaving, Denji is shocked to see Aki's demeanor, leaving him with an apple, to hopefully cheer him up. Now alone, Aki sits in silence, only to reach for his nail blade, asking the cursed devil about his remaining lifespan. It responds 2 years. Reaching for a cig, Aki attempts to light it, but the sparks, from his lighter, remind him of the times he's spent with Himeno. Beginning to understand what has happened, Aki begins to break down, dropping his cig. Outside Aki's hospital room, Denji listens in, unable to enter and retrieve his manga that he left. Leaving Aki alone, Denji begins to wonder why he's unable to cry over Himeno's death. Denji then begins to wonder if he would cry if Power, Aki or Makima died, as Pachita's death was probably his lowest point, but even still, he didn't cry. Overthinking, Denji and Power head off, whilst Tendo and Kuros enter Aki's room. Catching Aki bawling his eyes out, the two introduce themselves as new. Due to the enemy targeting Denji, Makima wants Power and Denji to increase their strengths, so they'll have to be trained, but not by Makima. Leading the two to Kishibe, Kishibe racks Denji and Power's brains. Asking how they feel about their comrades dying, both reply that it's a bummer. Asking if the two want to seek revenge, the two reply it's too much work. Finally, which side the two are on, which the two reply, whichever side is gonna treat them best and the one that wins. Satisfied with Denji and Power's responses, Kishibe begins complimenting the two, only to weird the two out. Asking Makima to allow him to immediately begin training the two, Makima leaves, only for Kishibe to give Power and Denji a hug. Unable to break free from Kishibe's grasp, the two become stiff, falling to the ground. Revealed to have broken Power and Denji's neck, Kishibe states that Power and Denji both house human bodies, therefore their anatomy are exactly the same as humans. The only difference is that the two can regenerate when they drink blood. With the two now on their feet, they question their teacher on his reason for choking them. Kishibe replies that he's used to training humans but not devils. So a way for the two devils, Power and Denji, to get stronger would be to fight Kishibe, who's the best devil hunter in history. Additionally, Kishibe will continuously hunt the two, to simulate real-world scenarios, which ticks the two off. Accepting Kishibe's offer, the two ready their weapons, engaging Kishibe. Easily dodging Denji's strikes, Kishibe is bailed to puncture and knock out Denji. Now facing Power, he is easily able to subdue her with a single slice to the throat. Excited that Denji and Power are immortal, Kishibe reveals that he was always strong, having broken all his toys when he's a kid, and always wanted toys that. Knowing that his fox devil has left him, the two recommend Aki quit being a devil hunter, but are firmly denied, as Aki is still searching for the devils that killed his family and his mentor. With the two accepting Aki's mindset, Kuros reveals that they were warned by the higher-ups that Aki along with his units are unordinary. With the two leaving, Aki is visited by a mysterious girl. Back with Power and Denji, we see the two have been training with Kishibe, all the way into the night. Leaving it at that, Kishibe informs the two that he'll stop by their place tomorrow to continue their training. With Denji beginning to act weird, Power is forced to beat some sense into him, which returns him to normal. Asking for the number of times they had died today, Power reveals that she had counted over 20 times, but this was when she was conscious, so possibly more. With the two heading home, they question if they should run away, but they both know that's not an option. Pissed off that Kishibe is beating both of them to a pulp, Denji and Power are motivated more than ever to defeat and kill Kishibe. The next morning, Kishibe visits Denji and Power's residence. Informing Denji that their target is here, Power shoots a blood spear through the peephole of their apartment. Easily evading the spear, Kishibe senses danger from above. With Power making use of some stored blood, she creates spears that poke at Kishibe from above. Breaking and evading the spears, Denji jumps from a higher floor, swinging at Kishibe from above. Disarming Denji, Kishibe is able to knock out Denji. Giving the two perks for their best attempt yet, Kishibe reveals Power's weakness is her using too much blood, which puts her out, and Denji's weakness is not being able to predict his enemy's next move. Stating that he'll skip Power and Denji's training for the rest of the day, back with Aki, we see him venture into an underground holding center that houses captured devils, as Aki will need more strength to defeat future devils. With Kuros wondering who the girl was, Aki reveals her to be Himeno's younger sister, who had given him a letter. In the letter, it's revealed that Himeno had written the letter to her younger sister, but the younger sister thought it would be best for Aki to read its contents. The letter talked about Himeno informing their family about her making decent money from devil hunting, and that they shouldn't worry about sending money to Himeno, and instead they should prioritize their father's health. Additionally, Himeno reveals how much she cares about Aki, and how she has tried many times to get him to quit, in order to save his life. Cutting back to the present, Kuros and Tendo lead Aki to a holding cell, housing the future devil. Having contracted with only 2 other people, it's revealed that the others had given an eye and their sense of taste and smell, to gain a contract with the future devil. Stepping in, Aki alone approaches the devil. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like and comment.